Welcome to Brush Stadium, better known as the Polo Grounds. This is the 1911 World Series Game 1. The Philadelphia Athletics, champions of the American League, facing the New York Giants, championship of the National League. Starting for the Athletics will be Chief Bender, right-hander. He was 17-5 with a 2.616 ERA. And for the New York Giants, it's Christy Mathewson. He was 26-13 with a 1.99 earned run average. And I'll be back with the lineups in just a couple minutes. There is quite a history that goes into this season and this World Series. I can't possibly go through it all or even much of it, but what I will say is that this is a rematch of the 1905 World Series when the New York Giants beat the Philadelphia A's. Also, the first baseman for the $100,000 infield, Stuffy McInnes, got hit on the wrist by a pitched ball in September, and he is basically out for the season. I took a look and I saw that he did come in to play first base. I think that might be just to give him a chance to be in the series. I'm going to go through the lineups. For the Philadelphia A's, leading off in left field, Briss Lord. Batting second in center field, Rube Oldring. Batting third at second base, Eddie Collins. The cleanup hitter at third, Frank Baker. Batting fifth in right field, Danny Murphy. Batting sixth at first, in for Stuffy McInnes, Harry Davis. Batting seventh at shortstop, Jack Barry. Batting eighth and catching, Ira Thomas. And the pitcher, right-hander, Chief Bender. Bender was 17-5 for the season with a 2.16 earned run average. For the hometown New York Giants, leading off in left field is Josh DeVore. Batting second at second base, Larry Doyle. Batting third in center, Fred Snodgrass. The cleanup hitter in right field, Red Murray. Batting fifth at first base, Fred Merkel. Batting sixth at third base, Buck Herzog. Batting seventh at shortstop, Art Fletcher. Batting eighth and catching, Chief Myers. And pitching and warming up on the sideline, right-hander Christy Mathewson, 26-13 on the season with a 1.99 ERA. And we have Kathy Harden for the Giants. And the Giants take the field. Here we are, ready for the World Series. Mathewson is ready. And leading it off is Briss Lord for Philadelphia. Here's Mathewson into his windup and the pitch to Lord. That's 3-7 right-handed, struck him out. One away and we are underway as Mathewson gets Briss Lord swinging. Now here's Rube Oldring. Whoa, keep your eye on it. It's a 6. That's 111. Right-handed ballpark slash. Right-hander 8. And it goes through for a base hit for Oldring. It was 111 right-handed slashed. 1-8, it goes through. Oldring is on. 1-15, 1-12, not being held. And here's Eddie Collins. Mathewson with a good move at first, keeping him close to the bag. Here's Eddie Collins, 1 out, Oldring on first. Hello, Rick. The pitch to Collins, 2-7 right-handed, flies it to center for Snodgrass. He makes the catch, it's 2 away. And that'll bring up Frank Baker. Okay, Mathewson. And the pitch. 2-11 right-handed. Single 1-15 goes through for Baker. Oldring goes to second and holds. So Mathewson allows 2 base hits here in the first, and Danny Murphy is the batter. This is a clutch situation for Murphy. It's 2-12 right-handed, lines it to third, caught by Herzog. And the side is retired. No runs for Philadelphia. 2 singles off Mathewson. Both were left on. We've gone 1/2 here at Polo Grounds. It's Philly nothing, and the New York Giants coming to bat. Attendance for this game, 38,281. And here's Chief Bender. Leading it off for the Giants is Josh DeVore. Bender is set. All right, Phelan, 2-4 right-handed, flies it to left for Briss Lord. He's under it, makes the catch, 1 away. Now Larry Doyle. Doyle, left-handed hitter. 4-8, left-handed, struck him out. 2 down. 2 great pitchers. Now Fred Snodgrass. 2 outs, nobody on. Bender winds and the pitch. Whoa! There it is. I got it. It's a 3. 2-8. Right-handed hit well. Into the gap for a double. Snodgrass with a 2-out double. Off Bender. And Red Murray comes up in a clutch situation. 2-4. Pops it up to short for Barry. And he makes the catch. The side is retired. No runs. One hit, the double by Snodgrass. He was left on base. We've gone an inning. It's a scoreless. And we have a question top of the third from Kathy. And I'll ask you all to pay attention at that time. We're very lucky to have Kathy do that. Mathewson on the mound. Leading it off will be Harry Davis for Philadelphia. Okay, Mathewson, he gets the sign. The pitch to Davis. 2-11, right-handed, hit him. Whoa, he hit Harry Davis. Davis goes to first. Now Jack Barry is the batter. Infield is in. He's a B bunter. He taps a bunt right back to Mathewson. He's a B. That's 8B. And Mathewson throws it to first to get Barry, and Davis advances to second base. So Davis on second, one out. And here's Ira Thomas. Pitch from Mathewson. 5-8. Grounds to second X. Our first X today. Doyle 339. 4-3. And it goes through for a base hit past Doyle. Davis goes to third and holds. New York Giants won this game real world 2-1. They lost the series 4-2, I believe. Yes, they did. Chief Bender comes up. One out, first and third. Bender a 2-WR, infield in. There's the pitch from Mathewson. 2-5, single 1-6. Lines it to second, caught by Doyle. 2 outs. And Briss Lord is the batter in a clutch situation. Briss batted .310 for the season. Oh, that's good coffee. Whoa. Here's the pitch, 4-11, right-handed, grounder to short. This should end the inning. Fletcher has it and throws it on over to Merkel, and the side is retired. No runs. A hit by pitch and a base hit, 2 left on. No score. Bottom of the second here. Chief Bender on the mound. Fred Merkel. leads it off. There's Bender, 3-5 right-handed, flies it to left field for Lord. And Lord makes the catch, one away. Now Buck Herzog is the batter. 6-11 right-handed, grounder to second, 2 outs. And Art Fletcher comes up. 2 outs, nobody on. No score here. Bottom of the second, Giants batting. Bender throws 6-8 right-handed, grounder to short for Barry. And he throws it to Davis. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bender. After 2, it's scoreless. Programming note. Game 2 will be played tomorrow. They're going to be taking a... We're just going to use our imagination that they have an off day, and then they will play game 2. I'm going to try to get in at least 3 games before the real World Series begins, and then we'll actually it doesn't matter. I think most of the series are night games, but we'll stagger. But game 2 is tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. on the West Coast, and it's going to be Eddie Plank for the Athletics and Rube Marquard for the New York Giants. And now I want you all to give it up for Kathy Harden. She has the question. Wait for it in text now. Wait for it now. Oh, that is such good coffee. Here it is. In boxing, what class is between bantamweight and lightweight? Nice and easy to start. Oh. Whoa, Joel says welterweight. I think Joel's right. And Joel, I can't find my orange Mike and Ike. You know, isn't it something how things just disappear? But I think I have no idea. Oh, I got it. Okay, I'll give a red one here. I think bantamweight is the lightest. And I don't know why it would be lighter than feather, but great question from Kathy Harden. Thank you. Oh, that was a good question from Kathy. And we appreciate it. Okay, we move to the top of the third. Christy Mathewson now. It's a scoreless ball game. Rube Oldring will lead it off. The pitch from Mathewson, 6-5 right-handed, grounder to third. And Buck Herzog, jumps on it and throws it over to Merkel for the first out. One away. Here's Eddie Collins now. Collins hit 365 this year. I believe he's a Hall of Famer. The Hall of Fame had not even been conceived yet. Okay, Mathewson into his windup. The pitch to Collins. That is 3-5, right-handed, base hit Collins off Mathewson. Fourth hit allowed by Mathewson, all singles. Collins is on. Not being held. Here's Frank Baker. And I must say it's a pleasure to be using super advanced. No, Julio, I have no idea. Was it... I'm going to guess Jack Johnson, but I think he was before that. I guess Jeffries. Jack Johnson is correct, okay. But he lost pretty soon after that, and that was sad. He was knocked out. Here's Baker. I forgot who did it. Was it Jeffries who knocked him out, or did he knock out Jeffries? Here's Baker with Collins on first, no outs. Mathewson from the stretch. That's 1-4 right-handed, ballpark slash, and that's going to be a line out to second, 2 away. Julio, if you want to formally ask a question, you can do it like that, impromptu, but if you want to do it formally, just put it in like Kathy did. Go, whatever top of whatever inning or middle, and Q, and then I will reserve a spot for you and highlight it. Okay, Danny Murphy at the plate, 2 outs. Collins on first. 5-10 struck him out, and that is the second strikeout for Matthews. No runs, 1 hit. And 1 left. It's scoreless here in the World Series. Chief Bender takes the mound. Oh, okay. No, Julio, I don't know for sure. Very few things I know for certain. Here's Chief Myers to lead it off. The Giants catcher. Bender on the mound. The 2 Chiefs facing up now. Bender throws 1-5, and that's a shot hit out into the gap, left center. Lord chasing it, and it's going to be a stand-up double for Chief Myers. A leadoff double, and that'll bring up Mathewson. 3 WR. Here's the pitch from Bender. 2-7 struck him out. Second strikeout for Bender. Oh, you see, Kathy has noted she's going to have a question top of the 4th. Now Josh DeVore, the batter. Pitch from Bender, 3-10 right-handed, 1-1-4. It's a base hit. Myers comes home, and the Giants take a 1-0 lead. They won this game real world, 2-1, and they won 2 games. They lost 4. The Athletics won the series in 6. A 3-10 right-handed single to bring home Myers for the first run of the series. DeVore is on, being held, not being held, but Bender has a good move. However you want to play it, they're keeping him close to the bag. 1 out, here's Doyle. Pitch from Bender, 3-9 right-handed, grounder to first, and it's Davis. He throws it to second to Collins to get DeVore, and then back to Davis for the double play. I don't know if that happens. I think it does, but that's the side. 1 run, though. On 2 hits, the double by Myers, and then the base hit by DeVore to bring Myers home. After 3, the Giants lead it 1-0. Now I want you all to get ready here once again for the trivia question from Kathy Harden, and some of it is not trivia. Wait for it now, please. This is what I mean by highlighting it, Julio, and maybe you know I do this. Kathy Harden with question 2 coming up. Here it is. In August of 1962, the moon probe Mariner 1 was sent up but missed the moon by 22,000 miles. What was the reason? A man was driving, refusing any directions. B, a woman was driving. C, a hyphen was missing. Or D, a hyphen was missing in the computer code. Or D, none of the above. Whoa. That's a creative question there. What was the reason Mariner 1 missed the moon by 22,000 miles? A foray into humor. A man was driving, refusing any directions. A woman was driving. A hyphen was missing in the computer code. Or D, none of the above. I go C, Joel Horlin with an A. But are you serious, Joel? Oh, I'll die if you're correct. Peeling. Well, I got it again. C. And Phelan. I think you meant Phelan. It's Phelan. Phelan went with the hyphen also. Yeah. Another great question. Of course, the first 2 were easy to rule out. And then the 4th one, none of the above, was not true because C seemed plausible. C seemed plausible. Dan. I'll try to remember that, Dan. Great question again from Kathy Harden. And we thank you very much. And that brings us right back to this ball game. Christy Mathewson trying to hold the lead here. He's thrown 3 scoreless, but he's had base runners. Harry Davis leads it off for the A's. Here's the pitch, 2-4, right-handed, shot hit out into the gap, left center, dropping, and it's going to be a leadoff double for Davis. Two-four right-handed. And here's Jack Barry. Barry and A bunter. But he's swinging away 6-7 right-handed, fly to center for Snodgrass. 1 out. Now Ira Thomas, the batter. That's 1-8, right-handed, grounded to short. I think he's going to hold. He throws him out at first. Whoops. Christ. 1-8 right-handed 6. He does hold. So it's 2 outs with Davis on first, and Bender, the pitcher, comes up. Clutch situation. 2-7 struck him out. Third strikeout for Christie. And again, the side is retired. He's had runners on base, but gotten out of it. Christie Mathewson. Middle of the fourth. It's a 1-0 game. And oh, am I having some real good coffee here. And I'll tell you a little hint. Kathy, we like to exchange coffee stories. You know, I had a container of Coffee Mate, the powdered Coffee Mate, and I refused for the past 3 days to buy milk. And I used the Coffee Mate, and I got used to it. But now today I bought a quart of coffee, and I'm telling you, 2 great pitchers, Julio. Indeed. And boy, is it tasty. It is so tasty. Okay, Bender on the mound. It's going to be Snodgrass leading it off. I'm going to pour myself another cup in just a couple after this inning. Here's the pitch to Snodgrass, 6-7, right-handed. Single 1-17, goes through. His second hit of the game, Snodgrass. Not being held, but being held closely to the bag with that move by Bender. Bender walks off the mound, picks up some dirt, rubs it in his hand. Okay, he's back on the mound now. Red Murray, the batter. Pitch from Bender, 3-12 right-handed, walked him. So the Giants have first and second with nobody out. John McGraw cheering his team on in the dugout, clapping his hands on the steps. First and second, nobody out. Fred Merkel at the plate. Oh, is it delightful. The pitch from Bender, 6-7 right-handed. Again, single 1-17. That goes through. Snodgrass will hold at third. So Bender has loaded him up with nobody out. And the A's are playing the infield back, hoping to thwart a big inning here for the Giants. They'll concede a run. Okay, Bender now. Full windup, and the pitch to Buck Herzog. It's 4-7. Right-handed, struck him out. That is the third for Bender. Let's see if Bender can pull a Houdini here. Art Fletcher is the batter. Again, infield playing it back. Here's the pitch, 3-9, grounds it to third. Bases loaded. 5. And it's a double play. It was Baker to Collins to Davis. And how do you like that? Bender got out of that. Bender and the A's, no runs, 2 hits, a walk, and 2 left on. He pulls a Houdini. Let's just look at that again. 3-9 right-handed, grounder to third A with the infield back. He pulled a Houdini. And after 4, it's 1-0. Here's Mathewson. And we're moving to the top of the 5th. I'm going to get another cup of coffee if you don't mind. It's either Maxwell House or Folgers, whichever is on sale, Julio. I don't know which this is. Okay, Mathewson on the mound. Still a 1-0 ball game. Top of the order, Briss Lord. And I'll tell you something funny, Julio. I've tried the luxury brands. The ones that cost a little more. I like Maxwell House and Folgers better. It's just a matter of taste. Oh. Okay, here's Mathewson. The pitch to Lord. 2-6, right-handed, grounded to short. And Fletcher fields it on one hop and throws it to Merkel, 1 out. Now Rube Oldring. Rube is 1 for 2. 2-9. Right-handed, struck him out. That's the 4th for Christie. 2 down, and Eddie Collins, the batter. We have a top of the 6th question from Kathy Harden. I like a strong, bold coffee, Julio, but I like it also to be silky smooth. I like a smooth, strong, bold coffee. 2 outs, nobody on. Collins at the plate. Christie. The pitch to Collins. 2-7. Right-handed, fly ball center. It's high and playable, forced by Snodgrass. He makes the catch, and that's his first 1-2-3, Christie. No one reached in the 5th. And it's the middle of the 5th. You like them hot, strong, and bitter. That reminds me, Phelan, of Dan, if you will, of something that Jack Johnson said, and that was, he went to a restaurant once, and I'm not talking about the time he was refused service because he was a black person, and then sped off in a rage and died in a car accident. But another time he said, I want my eggs beat, or something like scrambled, beat. I'm forgetting that part, but and I'll take my coffee black as night. Bottom of the 5th, Bender. His first endurance is the 9th, so is Christie. And Chief Myers leads it off. The Chief, and I'm talking about Myers facing, yes, Julio, cream or milk. Here's the pitch to Myers, who doubled and scored the only run in the game. Pitch from Bender, 5-9, right-handed, fly ball right for Murphy. 1 out. And here's Christie coming up. Christie, a big favorite here in New York, already of legend. Women are attracted to him. He's good looking and well educated. Okay, Bender facing Christie. Here's the pitch to Christie. 5-12, it's true. Right-handed, grounds to second X. That will be Collins, a 128. You know, they made a lot of errors back then. That's because of the lousy, I think, construction of the field and the ball being kind of dead. But here, Collins, a 128. So don't be surprised. It's going to be an E28 roll. I'd be surprised if there's some errors. That's 8. Oh, and he throws him out. Oh, that was a pretty play by Eddie Collins. 2 outs. I'm surprised he even got to that. Enough to throw him out, Mathewson. And Mathewson was sprinting up the first base line. It's 2 outs, nobody on. Ooh. And Josh DeVore is the batter. Pitch from Bender, 4-5 left-handed, struck him out. That's the 4th for Bender. Both pitches, exemplary. After 5, it's a 1-0 ball game. Here's Christie now. Frank Baker, I believe he got the nickname after the World Series or during the World Series. I'm not sure. I don't know if he hit 3 home runs or 4 home runs. I do not believe he had the nickname before, but I could be wrong. Baker 1 for 2. Mathewson on the mound. Here's the pitch, 1-4. Ballpark slash, left-handed 2. And that's a liner to second, 1 out. It's kind of cool to use ballpark effects and super advanced stealing with this 1911 set. Here's Danny Murphy now. Here's the pitch from Mathewson, 3-5 right-handed, chops it to second. Doyle digs it out and throws it to Merkel for the 2nd out, 2 away. And here's Harry Davis. There's John McGraw on the dugout steps, clapping, cheering on his team. The A's manager, Connie Mack, not allowed on the field, dressed in a suit. The pitch to Davis, 1-8, and he pops it up to short for Fletcher. And that's another 1-2-3. That's 9 in a row for Christie. So looks like Christie has found quite a groove there. We have gone 5 1/2. Still 1-0 Giants. Again, they won this one 2-1 Real Worlds. And here's Larry Doyle leading it off for the Giants. Doyle 0 for 2. Bender and the pitch, 1-7, fly to center, chasing for it, Oldring, and he catches up with it and makes the catch. 1 down. Now here's Freddie Snodgrass. Okay, Bender, the windup, the pitch, 5-8. Right-handed, grounded to second, a 3rd X, all to second base. This will be for Collins again, 128, but it's a 12. Whoa, it's going to be an E28. He's going to boot one of these. E28, 11. Oh, he throws him out. Oh, a pretty play again by Eddie Collins. 2 outs. Already this World Series is becoming, oh, is that right? I did not know that, Julio. I did not know that. Well, we'll ask Snodgrass to be cool in this World Series, because there's no use in anyone getting hurt and no use having a brawl. Red Murray comes up to the plate with 2 outs and nobody on. Kathy, did I miss? Oh, shit. Did I miss your top of the 6th? I think I missed your top of the 6th. How about we do a top of the 7th? Unless you want to do a double during the 7th inning stretch. I did miss your top of the 6th. Kathy. I am so sorry. Not the first time, won't be the last. You understand? I hope. Here's Murray. And the pitch 6-9, right-handed, walked him. So Merkel walked with 2 outs. 1 to 13 not being held. Oh, shit. That was Murray. I'm so sorry. That was Murray. 6-9 right-handed walk. Yeah. Now Merkel coming up. That is a strike called on Merkel. Murray on first. And the pitch 3-3, right-handed, single 1 to 6. Lines it to short, and it's caught by Barry. And the side is retired. It's a duel, a pitcher's duel. And we move to the top of the 7th. We can do it now if you want, Kathy. Are you there? It's just, you know, Kathy, sometimes when I got so many things going on, I neglect to remember. Top of the 7th, Christie on the mound, 1-0 Giants. To avenge Vito Corleone assassination attempt, his son Michael killed 2 guys in a restaurant. One was a drug trafficker, and the other was a crooked cop, played by, God, his name escapes me, but I'll never forget his face when he was shot. Oh, that's one of the most unnerving scenes in cinema history. There's Kathy Harden with the top of the 7th, and thank you, Kathy. And that's a great question. I forgot his name. Sterling something. Yeah. And, you know, Kathy, you're from New York, so since you brought it up, I think it was, I don't know if it was the character played by a police lieutenant, okay. Sterling Hayden. I think it was one of them said as they were planning it, you make sure you put that gun there. I don't want him walking out of the bathroom with his dick in his hand or holding his dick in his hand. Oh, Lord Christ. That was funny. Oh, he was a police captain. Okay, here's Jack Barry. A classic scene from cinema history and a great question from Kathy Harden. Okay, Mathewson facing Barry. Here's the pitch. That's going to be 6-5 right-handed, grounded to third for Herzog. And that is 10 in a row for Christie. So Christie, in the middle innings, decides to become unhittable. Here's Ira Thomas. And the pitch, 5-9, right-handed, grounder to third. Herzog again, and he throws him out. And we have a bonus question to go with it when I'm ready. Well, I'm going to let Chief Bender come up to the plate, and then I will be ready for 100% a bonus question. There's the pitch to Bender, 5-7, grounded to short. Fletcher throws it over to Merkel, and that's 12 in order for Christie. And we're in the 7th inning stretch. We're going to take a break for 2 or 3 minutes. There's a chance now you can freshen up your coffee, powder your nose, do the other things. We're going to be back in about 3 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. But before that, I invite you to play trivia here, even though some of the questions are non-trivial. It's a bonus question on, I guess it might be a bonus on The Godfather. Here it is. What does Vito have in his mouth just before he dies? Feline, Dan says orange. I say a sausage. Now you're making me hungry. Rick says an orange peel. Oh, Kathy, you're making me hungry. Even though I have meatballs, Swedish meatballs, 2 portions with noodles. Dan and Rick get it, an orange peel. Wow, I did not know that. That is, woo! Woo, Kathy Harden. That was a great frickin' question. Well, I think it was Corleone, the Godfather, who was playing with his grandson and was putting orange peels in his mouth. Yeah. And then he died, and I think it was, Joel, I think it was the pesticide that the grandchild sprayed on him, not knowing, of course, and he died. And he was not in good shape anyway. Thank you, Kathy Harden. Thank you, everyone, for participating. We're in the 7th inning stretch. It's a 1-0 ball game, and it's a great game. In this 1911 World Series for Game 1. I'll be back in 3 to 5 minutes, and we will continue this ball game. We will see if Christie holds on. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. I can't find that orange one. It's a shame. I'll tell you what, though, and they don't do the Mike and Ikes anymore, but I'll tell you what, Joel, sometimes they have Jelly Bellies. Jelly Belly jelly beans. And they're so good, those Jelly Bellies. I hate to even use one because, you know, this, I've used this, and this is almost in a, this is probably not a good idea to eat. It's so old. It's quite a game, Julio, indeed. So I don't know where that orange one went, but I might do that and practice self-control and pull an orange one of a Jelly Belly. I'll be back in just a few minutes. We are at Brush Stadium. It was renamed this year to name it after the owner of the Giants, but it's not going to stick, and they'll go back to the Polo Grounds. Chief Bender takes the mound, bottom of the seventh. He's allowed 1 run in 6 innings. And leading it off will be Buck Herzog. I thought Plum's tighten your stool, but I didn't know that. I guess it's, is it date prunes? Oh, okay. So Plums loosen. Okay. Here's Bender and the pitch to Herzog. 3-9, grounder to second, fielded by Collins. Over to first, 1 out. Collins has been very, very sharp at second base today. Here's Art Fletcher now. Pitch from Bender, 5-8. Right-handed, grounds it to Collins again. All 4 X's are to Collins, I believe. 5-8. Collins 128. That's going to be a 6-1. Oh, he fields it beautifully. and throws him out. That's 2 away. And here's Chief Myers. Here's the pitch from Bender. That's 4-9 right-handed, grounder to short X. Barry, 248. You see the high E ratings. 4-2 though, he gets to it. Once these folks get to the ball, they're gonna, if they get to it easily, the side is retired, a 1-2-3 by Bender. It's still a 1-0 ball game. We move to the 8th. Christie has retired 12 in order. Top of the order, Briss Lord. The pitch, 1-4, and he grounds it to short for Fletcher. And Fletcher throws him out, 1 away. That is 13 in order by Christie. Christie with a 5-hit shutout. Bender has allowed 5 hits himself. A real duel. The pitch from Oldring, 4-9 right-handed, struck him out. That's the 5th for Christie. 14 in order. Where do you get those chocolate-covered plums, Julio? Is it in a bakery or something? Is there a brand I could look for? Here's Eddie Collins now, 1 for 3. Christie throws 1-7 right-handed base hit. That's the 6th hit allowed by Christie. Oh, the Polish food store, okay. Unfortunately, I'm not really prepared to do so. I don't have the gumption to do that. 2 outs, Collins on first, Baker at the plate. 4-10, left-handed. And that's a ballpark slash, and that's going to be left-handed, lined right at Doyle at second, and the side is retired. So Christie allows his first base hit since the 4th and his first base runner, but leaves him on. Here's Bender, bottom of the 8th. And Christie gets a good hand from this 38,000 plus crowd. Okay, give me the brand name. That's 5-9. That's going to be right-handed, flies it to right field. He got a piece of it, but Murphy is under it, 1 out. Whoa. You know what? That's a lot of, Julio. That's going to be tough. Let me see if I can copy it. I can't pronounce it. Here we go. I think this is the website. And well, they have a pretty good website. Here we go. These look like these are the chocolate covered plums. I would need to go to the US version. They have a US version, but thank you very much. Okay, 1 out, nobody on. Josh DeVore, the batter. That's 5-8, left-handed, grounder to second X. It's going to be Collins again, 128. 16-1, throws him out, 2 away. As long as you stay in that range of getting it, Collins will be okay. Here's Larry Doyle. 2 outs, nobody on, bottom of the 8th. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it will be Murphy, Davis, and Barry for the Athletics. They're down 1-0. 2-5, right-handed, single 1 to 16. That goes through. Doyle with a 2-out single. 2 outs, Snodgrass at the plate with Doyle on first. Oh, top of the 9th, Kathy Harden. Let's not forget that. Thank you, Julio. It's good for my memory, you know. 3-10, grounded to third. This should end the inning. Baker fields it, and he throws it over to Davis, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We're heading to the 9th. But before we do that, I ask you all, let's wait for this question from Kathy. Wait for it now. Here it is. Which of the following pitchers have both hit 2 home runs in World Series play? Drysdale, Spahn, Ford, Gibson, or Gibson, McNally? Which of this group? Drysdale, Spahn, Ford, Gibson. Phelan goes with Drysdale, Spahn, but there's also Ford and Gibson. If I'm understanding this question, it's a little unusual to have a group of 4 versus a group of 2. And Julio got it. Julio got it. And that's this for you, Julio. And for Kathy Harden. I remember when McNally hit a grand slam. I think he'd hit a grand slam in a World Series game. And if that happened in Strat-O-Matic, you might say that's unrealistic. We're heading to the 9th. $38,000, they're on their feet, or many of them at least. Christy Mathewson going for the complete game shutout. It will be Murphy, Davis, and Barry. Here's Danny Murphy. Okay, it's Gibson in 67 and 68, McNally in 69 and 70. Okay. Well, I don't want to get hello, Gerald. I guessed. Oh, I did not even put in my guess. Whoa, oh, I did. I guessed Gibson McNally. In any case, here's Murphy now. So it is Gibson McNally. Okay, I thought it was the other way around. Here's the pitch to Murphy, 0 for 3. Mathewson throws 5-8 right-handed, grounder to second X for Doyle. 339. 17-3 throws him out. 1 down. Christie 2 outs away. Here's Harry Davis. Christie into his windup. And the pitch, 2-2-9. And he grounds it to second. Again, Doyle has it. And he throws to Merkel, 2 outs. Christie 1 out away. John McGraw on the steps, clapping. Mathewson into his windup, and the pitch to Barry. 4-3, right-handed, ballpark slash. And that is line to short, caught by Fletcher. And the ball game is over. What a game. The final. New York Giants 1, Philadelphia Athletics 0. The Giants won at Real World 2-1, but lost the series in 6. Here the Giants win at 1-0. Mathewson with the win. He went all the way 9 innings. He allowed 6 hits, a great performance by Christie. He did not walk a batter. He struck out 5 and allowed no runs. Bender also pitched good baseball, great baseball, pitched 8. He also allowed 6 hits. He walked 2, struck out 4, and he allowed 1 run. The game winner was a single by DeVore, knocking in Myers, who led off the 3rd with a double. The final line, New York Giants 1 run, 6 hits, no errors. The Philadelphia Athletics, no runs, 6 hits, and no errors. I give the star of the game to Christie. It was a great game, Gerald. Thank you, Rick. Mathewson is very tough, and I kept looking on Christie's card, and the rolls kept landing on outs. Look at his 5 and 6 column. Christie was very, very tough. Yes, Christie, one of the maybe top 10 of all time. I enjoyed the game. I want you all to stay strong. Please stay well. And don't miss Game 2 of this World Series tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. on the West Coast. They're going to be taking a train to Philadelphia, and it will be the New York Giants at the Athletics. It'll be Rube Marquardt for the New York Giants. He's also a great pitcher. And Eddie Plank, a great pitcher for the Philadelphia Athletics. Glad that you came, Josh. I want to thank Josh, Dan, better known as Phelan, Julio, Gerald, Rick, Kathy Harden. Thank you. Great questions, Kathy. Love the tradition. Joel Horlin, of course. And everybody else in the Strat-O-Matic community. Again, I wish you all to stay strong, stay well, and there will be a game also tomorrow for the early birds from our 1962 replay. And this is an important one for the Giants. They're 1/2 game behind the Los Angeles Dodgers, and we're probably going to be hearing that all season as they landed flat-footed tie on the last game of the season in Real World. The Dodgers already won on April 25th in our 62 replay. The Giants will go with Gaylord Perry, the youngster, and the Pirates will have Bob Friend in Forbes Field, and that'll be at bright and early, 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. on the West Coast in the event that any of you West Coasters are up late. I enjoyed it. Take care, everybody. And I don't think so, Julio. I think I'll pass on the plums. Take care. Oh, Ron, it was a great frickin' game. It really was, Ron. Yeah, sorry you missed that one. Well, good for you, Ron. I'm glad you got some real world Mike and Ikes there. Take care now.